Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I'm going to be recapping Arrow Season 1, Episode 3, titled Lone Gunmen, originally released on the 24th of October 2012, and I'm recording this episode nearly 13 years later on the 18th of August 2025. So this episode marks my return to recapping Arrow episodes. It did take me a long while, but I just kind of thought I'll discuss it in future episodes because I don't quite know which episodes coming out when. So I will be covering not only Arrow, obviously, which I'm covering in this episode. I'm going to be covering The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, that is. What else we got? Batwoman, Stargirl, and Superman and Lois. Like all of the DC superhero shows that were on the CW. I just thought it'd be nice. But I have kind of made it quite difficult for myself because I'm starting all the episodes at the same time. It means the crossovers are going to be quite complicated. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do those. If you have any ideas, please put them in the comments below. That would be really helpful. And depend upon if the Flash episode has come out before or after this one. There's a bit in there which will go, that makes sense, and costumes and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those. I just kind of thought, and obviously some kind of on how many episodes there are, because they're all the same length. They're about 40-ish minute episodes, so I write them over a few days. They're the same length, but it just depends how many episodes as a show. Depends upon how long it's going to take me to finish, as you're seeing with How I Met Your Mother at the moment. But just thought I should mention that. So back to this episode, and before my recap, here is the official trailer for Arrow Season 1.
For 5 years, I've had only one thought: survive.
Oliver Queen is alive.
I am returning, not the boy who was shipwrecked, but the man who will bring justice to those who have poisoned my city, those who rule through intimidation and fear. Every last one of them will wish I had died on that island.
He was wearing a hood, a green hood, and he had a bow and arrow.
We'll put out an APB on Robin Hood.
Did your father survive that accident? Did he tell you anything?
He told me I'm gonna kill you.
All units converge!
It looks like Starling City has a guardian angel.
Tell me you saw that.
Nobody can know my secret.
That was the trailer for Arrow Season 1. So without further ado, here is my recap of Arrow Season 1, Episode 3, titled Lone Gunmen. Oliver introduces himself. Oliver mentions his secret mission as well as his targets, including James Holder. James Holder is on the phone. Oliver threatens James Holder. Someone kills James and shoots at Oliver. We then have the Arrow title sequence. Oliver delivers medical assistance on himself. Oliver crosses James's name out of his list. Oliver realizes he has been poisoned. Oliver attempts to get the poison out of his system. In a flashback, Oliver wakes up with an arrow through him. Oliver attempts to communicate with Yao Fei. Yao Fei attempts to get Oliver to eat something. Oliver eats and drinks what Yao Fei asks him to do. Present day, Oliver wakes up Oliver and Diggle reunite. Diggle updates Oliver. Moira talks. I don't know what's going on today. Moira talks to Thea about the crime she has committed. Moira asks Thea to get ready for school. Thea plans on taking a sick day from school today. Moira allows Thea to do this. Thea insults Oliver. Oliver gives Moira advice about Thea whilst mentioning his dad. Detective Lance and someone else discuss James Holder's death as well as the arrow. Oliver attempts to work out who attacked him and killed James. Oliver believes Deadshot killed James. Oliver introduces Tommy and Diggle to where he wants to hold his nightclub. Tommy introduces Oliver to a nightclub called Poison. Oliver and Tommy discuss Max Fuller and his wife. Oliver has slept with Max's wife. Tommy receives a message needing his attention elsewhere. Oliver asks Diggle his opinion. Diggle mentions the Glades. Oliver mentions himself. Diggle expresses his opinion to Oliver. Oliver reveals why he is actually setting up a nightclub. One of Laurel's co-workers nearly catches Laurel reading a newspaper a news article about Oliver rather. Laurel's co-worker asks Laurel to find something for her. Laurel believes she is over Oliver. Laurel's co-worker reminds Laurel that Oliver cheated on her with Sarah. Laurel's co-worker mentions Laurel and Tommy's relationship. Laurel's co-worker gives Laurel some dating advice. Laurel's co-worker invites Laurel to join her at a party. Moira asks Thea to return home straight after school. Thea has other plans. Moira corrects Thea. Moira grounds Thea for 2 weeks. Thea mentions the last 5 years in Oliver. Thea is testing Moira. Oliver remembers James Holder's death. Oliver climbs up a building. Oliver discovers something. Detective Lance's co-worker updates Detective Lance on the cause of James Holder's death. Detective Lance is still suspicious of the arrow. Detective Lance is corrected repeatedly. Detective Lance plans on getting more evidence. Oliver mentions the Bratva. Detective Lance discovers where James Holder was killed. Oliver communicates with someone in Russian. Oliver disarms someone. Oliver and the person he is talking to reach an understanding. This person apologises to Oliver. This person agrees to help Oliver. This person threatens Oliver. Deadshot has killed someone else. Detective Lance questions Moira and Walter. Moira mentions Detective Lance's feelings on her family. Walter introduces Detective Lance and his partner to Diggle. Oliver mentions Max Fuller. Oliver stops Diggle from accompanying him and Tommy. Oliver and Tommy reunite with Laurel. Oliver mentions Starling. I'm being really tongue-tied in this episode for some reason. Oliver and Thea discuss Thea currently being grounded. Thea thanks Oliver for this. Thea mentions Moira. Thea informs Oliver that Tommy and Laurel have been sleeping together. Oliver attempts to reassure Tommy. Thea reminds Oliver that he isn't her father. Oliver and Max reunite. Max punches Oliver. Tommy attempts to protect Oliver. Oliver and Tommy fight multiple people. Laurel helps Oliver and Tommy. Max bans Oliver, Tommy and Laurel from his club for life. Oliver mentions Thea. Laurel mentions her relationship with Tommy and not wanting forgiveness from Oliver. Younger Oliver wakes up. Younger Oliver attempts to run. Younger Oliver falls into a trap. Diggle introduces Oliver and Tommy to his sister-in-law. Oliver mentions Diggle's brother. Diggle introduces his sister-in-law to Oliver. Tommy mentions Laurel. Oliver mentions greeting cards. Tommy apologises to Oliver. Oliver accepts Tommy's apology. Diggle updates Carly. Carly mentions Diggle's brother's death. Oliver answers a call. Oliver speaks Russian. Oliver asks Tommy to give him a minute. Someone updates Oliver on Deadshot. Oliver and Deadshot fight. Deadshot vanishes. Oliver introduces himself to Felicity. Oliver asks Felicity to fix his laptop. Oliver insults his coffee shop. Felicity agrees to help Oliver. Thea compares grounding to house arrest. Moira mentions an auction. Moira reminds Thea of some of her past actions. Moira compliments Robert. Thea mentions Robert. Thea believes Moira hasn't mentioned Robert in multiple years. Moira wants to talk about Robert more. Felicity fills in Oliver. Felicity mentions Walter and Moira. Felicity corrects Oliver. Oliver reveals he can't save everyone. Oliver updates Detective Lance. Oliver asks for Detective Lance's help. Detective Lance insults Oliver. Oliver disappears. Moira and Walter are at an event. Walter mentions the auction whilst complimenting Moira and Thea. Walter thanks Thea for appearing. Thea hugs Moira. Detective Lance gets updates from his colleagues. Deadshot Like, what is going on in this episode? Deadshot is impersonating as a police officer. That was a hard word to say, I suppose. Tommy mentions tonight being Friday night. Laurel questions Tommy. Tommy mentions Oliver. Laurel believes Oliver knew about Tommy and her relationship. Tommy mentions the truth. Tommy plans on proving Laurel wrong. Tommy convinces Laurel to leave work. Oliver thanks Detective Lance. Oliver reunites with Diggle. Diggle insults Oliver's questions. Oliver and Walter reunite. Oliver spots Moira and Thea. Oliver seems to be one of Deadshot's targets, as is Walter. Detective Lance saves Walter. Multiple gunshots are heard. Diggle escorts Moira and Thea, whilst Detective Lance does the same with Walter. Oliver changes into his Arrow costume. Deadshot kills multiple people. Oliver fights Deadshot. Oliver corrects Deadshot. Oliver seems to have killed Deadshot. Oliver helps Diggle. Yao Fei warns younger Oliver. Oliver attempts to save Diggle. Oliver reveals he is the Arrow to Diggle. And that is my recap of Arrow Season 1, Episode 3, titled Lone Gunmen. Please keep an eye out for future Arrow episodes, as well as episodes from the entire Arrowverse. Obviously, it's going to take me a long while to get through that, as you've seen with How I Met Your Mother so far, but I will get them out as quickly as possible. But back to this episode. Let me know what you thought of Arrow Season 1, Episode 3, titled Lone Gunmen, if you watched it. My recap, if you didn't, you can put both of those in the comments below, as well as anything else you want to put a chance to watch any previews or recaps, put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe. And just a few things, if you want to find an audio only version of the podcast, you can go onto the podcast's X page, which I think, if I remember, the handle is Xing with TEP, I think, or if you just type in Xing with the Everything Podcast, you should be able to find it. Near the top, you should be able to find the Spreaker episodes. Click on the link, and then you can listen to the audio only. But please watch the video episodes as well, because Matt spends a long time doing those, whereas I just record for 5-10 minutes. But also, just a reminder that there are 2 episodes of the podcast released every single day, with the first episode released at 11 AM GMT and the second episode released at 3 PM GMT. Without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.